Men have been all up in arms because I don't know if you guys have seen this Tinder change. It's been out for a little while now, but I still wanted to make a video talking about this. Tinder is implementing a height filter for users. The change will allow women to generally filter out men below their preferred height. I understand why a lot of people are upset about this, but we're going to be talking about it because I think there's a little bit of a truth that a lot of men aren't necessarily ready to hear, and we're going to be talking about that. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another video. If you are new here, my name is Kyle. I am your guy with too many YouTube channels, so I wanted to take a look at what people had to say about this because this is one of the things that ended up hitting the Explore page, so we are going to be taking a look at the internet's reaction, but I did want to give my take on the matter before we ended up, taking a look at what everybody else said about this, okay? So I want to be clear right off the bat with this entire thing, okay? I think it is totally fine that Tinder now has a height filter, and I've been talking about this depending on if you've been following the channel, okay? Guys, people are allowed to have preferences, and it's crazy to me that I have to keep saying this in multiple videos. You can't control what you're attracted to. If a woman only wants to date someone 6 feet or taller, that's totally her call. I understand the argument, and I know that some of you might already be typing down below, okay, saying something along the lines of like, okay, well, women's attraction is in their subconscious, or it's about the moment because height really doesn't matter. You need to prove yourself in person, those types of things, okay, those types of arguments. And there is a conversation to be had there, but it's a bit off topic, and it's a little bit of a topic that we need to get into another time. We're talking specifically about this Tinder update right here, okay? But guys, it's like being upset about someone for shaming you for like liking blondes or tits a specific weight, whatever it may be. You have no right to be upset about somebody for their preferences. And guys, like honestly, we keep meaning to make a female ick video tier list, and we are absolutely going to be getting on that because a lot of times you can't control what you're attracted to, okay? Honestly though, I actually don't think that a lot of men are actually mad about the filter itself. They are mad at the double standard, and this is the understandable part about the entire backlash that's been going on because like, let's be honest, guys, and I'm sorry, I'm just going to be honest with you, okay? If a dating app let men filter out overweight women, single moms, or women at a certain age, the backlash would be nuclear, okay? Videos would be taking over YouTube, Twitter be having a meltdown, and men know this, and that's what seems like the outrage really is about, and that's where they actually have a little bit of an understanding with the outrage with this, okay? But, guys, there is a truth beyond this, okay? People are allowed to care about different things in dating. Women care about height, that's fine. Men care about weight or whether a woman has kids, that's totally fine too. These aren't really things that people choose. It's biological. It's attraction. You are not morally superior because your preference is like more socially accepted, okay? And that's the type of conversation that we should be having with this entire thing, okay? And guys, like, I really do understand why a lot of men are now asking for their own filters. That's the conversation that I get. And frankly, I do think that would be fair. If we are going to normalize dating filters, then normalize all of them. Let people sort themselves without any judgment. If you're proud to only date tall guys, then don't throw a fit when a guy says he doesn't want to date someone who's overweight, okay? You do not get to make your preferences empowering and anybody else is problematic. That's not how things work, and you got to understand it from that other point of view too. And it's a lot more difficult to be a man on there, okay? Also, though, let's not pretend like some filters are like some form of impression, okay? Like, they actually realistically help people. If you're not someone's type, wouldn't you rather be like filtered out early than, ghosted after a date? Filters realistically do save time. They protect people from wasting like any sort of emotional energy on matches that were like never really compatible to begin with. I can tell you, like, if I was dating and I'm lucky to be married, I would rather have somebody filter me out than waste my time with them, okay? And for the people saying that this will continue ruining dating, okay? Dating's already ruined. Apps have like turned dating apps into a pick'em grocery store, okay? Filters honestly just make this process a little bit more honest. It sucks to be excluded, but you can't force attraction. No one owes you a chance. No one is required to validate your appearance. No one has to pay any sort of attention to you. And that's a truth that not a lot of people are ready to hear, okay? And look, it does sting when you fall outside of popular preferences. I get that. Not being tall enough, rich enough, hot enough, whatever it may be, like, that could be a big blow to your ego. But the solution isn't to cry or beg for any filters to save you. The solution is to accept the game, play smart, focus on being the best possible version of yourself, improving to be the best man that you could possibly be, and high IQ people, remove themselves from the dating apps, okay? At the end of the day, though, guys, attraction isn't politics. It's personal, and trying to turn every dating standard into and I hate to use this word, but it's like a social justice debate, only to make things for everyone. I don't mean to use the buzzword, but you get my point. So if you're mad about a height filter, fine, be mad, but be careful who's throwing stones, because honestly, guys, chances are that you've got filters too. Chances are you have preferences as well, and I think that's the most important part about this. There's a conversation to be had here. There's an understandable conversation taking place, but there's also a lot of people that I think are getting a little bit too outraged at something that they should be getting outraged on, okay? But of course, it's not just about what I think. I wanted to take a look at what the internet had to say about this too, because this is something that hit the Explore page. We're going to be taking a little replies from AF Post and a lot of other things, okay? This is the type of reply that you've typically been seeing. And by the way, if you're enjoying the content, please hit like, subscribe. I'd be happy to have you here, okay? When are they adding the single mom filter? Guys, I am all for women having their preferences. I am all for women having their ex, and I've been very vocal on the channel about it. Nobody can control what they're attracted to. I've been very vocal about that. There are things that guys care about, though. If we're going to be supporting this height filter, then you better be, and I'm being realistic with you guys. And YouTube, I'm very grateful to be on the platform. Very grateful. And I think it's disgusting that anybody would filter out a powerful single mother. I'm just saying that this is the conversation that's take place, okay? That was one of the top replies to that. But another one, what about a weight filter? And I think this is the best comparison, guys. Like women care about height, men care about weight. It is pretty well the perfect thing to compare the two. And unfortunately, a lot of guys do want to see this thing. When are they adding a weight and race filter? I mean, again, people are allowed to have their preferences. I personally am somebody who doesn't understand that. And I know that I usually talk about guys, I know that I realistically talk about I just made a joke about the single mothers thing. Oh my God, I don't understand why somebody would want to do that, right? When it comes to race, that's one that I actually have never really understood. I think it varies from person to person. I think there's beautiful people in every culture. But hey, if somebody has a race preference, honestly, I guess that's fine. Everybody has their own preferences, right? Richard Cooper had this to say: when is the age and weight verification coming from women? Verification. That'll never come. And they're going to do everything that they can to make this a place for women, because they're going to continue making money off of, desperate men and making it more difficult for men to date, paying for that good old premium. Guys, the best thing that you could possibly do, and I can speak on this, I've had success, and I am a happily married man. I found the perfect partner. What, did I luck out a little bit in that, finding it so young? Yes, I did, okay? But I have a little bit of authority on this conversation. The way to do it is not through dating apps. Can it work? Yeah. Yeah, it can work, but you need to remove yourself from that thing, because the likelihood of it is very, very low, and you're going to be used as attention. You're going to end up as you're going to end up as food on some girl's phone. It's going to happen, man, okay? Linder had this to say, and then they'll charge men to hide their height from, yeah. Yeah, they're going to charge men to hide their height from the filter. Dude, I can so see that. And this is the update a little bit ago. If anybody's actually on Tinder, can you tell me if this is something that they added? Because if this isn't a thing, it's shocking to me that that's not a thing already, okay? Toby Turner had this to say: just ban every guy under 6'4" from the app so they go out and find an actual win. I'm kind of for that. I'm kind of for that. Dude, we need an entire mindset shift in men. We talk, there's a lot of people, especially when it comes to the dating conversation, that, they say women this, women that. No, men are equally as big of a problem, okay? Yeah, I'm for that. Make them improve themselves. And once you get on top of that, ban adult content, so they actually have a little bit of motivation to go out and find someone, okay? War Crime had this to say: meet women organically. Dating apps will frustrate you and rot your brain. Hit the gym, eat healthy, and smash your goals. You'll meet someone along the way. You will become magnetic. This is actually, and I agree with the reply over there, this is the best advice. It's a little bit private how I found my girl, to be honest with you, because I had a little bit of a particular situation, and I'm I know how that sounded. It just involves, other people, and it's not disgusting or anything. It's just, I don't know if it's something that I want to share online or something. I'm not sure if it's something you should be comfortable with. But my point being, when you're focusing on yourself, when you're trying to be the best person that you can be, when you're actually not looking for someone and you're actually just kind of living your life, this is when these girls will appear in your life. And women can always smell desperation on you, and that desperation reeks off of you when you're in dating apps. If you work on yourself, if you're doing your own thing, working away, working out, and legitimately working on yourself and kind of on your own mission, you won't reek of desperation, and eventually someone will come find you. As long as you're doing the proper things, you're eating healthy, you're becoming the best man that you can possibly, you're getting muscle, you're looking better, Women are attracted to that type of stuff, and the best thing that you could possibly do too is just focus on your own thing, get some sort of social proof. Like, you can't hunt them down. The people will come along. They always will. Unapologetic said this to say, in a just society, that app would be terminated and its creators jailed for destroying modern relationships. YouTube, again, I would never suggest such a thing. I would never suggest such a thing. I think it's great that we have a bunch of men, addicted to lust, constantly just wanting to validate more people and never actually succeeding, getting them hooked on, paying more money, wasting their money, spending hours upon hours every day and every night, wasting and hoping for a relationship that they'll never have, not knowing that they're just going to be used for attention. I would never suggest such a thing would be bad. No, I think that's absolutely pathetic. But if you want to talk more about dating and relationships, why don't you check out this video on screen? It's been popping on the channel. Would love to have you guys over there. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Take care, everybody.